Good morning. I am Ehteshamul Haque and I am here to tell a story about myself. I am here to tell a story where I was challenged and how I overcame that challenge. English opened doors, but cultures walk through. The story starts in 2006. I was an engineering graduate graduating out of ISB in 2006. I got an opportunity to lead the opening of an India office for one of the US MNC, and I thought, I am an engineer, I have got an MBA from this college, I can do it. What can stop me? They speak English, I speak English. I know the business, I know the equipment. What's wrong? I forgot. I poured my life, hard work, all my knowledge, created reports after reports, each one more dense than the Harvard Business Review articles on the market research, on the India entry, on the legal side. And all the answer I was getting was, let's discuss what will be a best time to talk about it. I was perplexed. What's going on? And you know, more than 12-hour difference between my headquarters and India doesn't help it. Here I was, burning a midnight oil, doing video conferencing after video conferencing, just wondering why someone is not reading the report, why we need to go through these meetings to make these decisions. What's going on? Till I realized what's going on was a culture. What's going on was a lot more than what I can see. I was looking at a people, I was looking at the imaginary iceberg. The culture is an iceberg. I was looking at a language, I was looking at the festivals, I was looking at the body language. I was looking at the words spoken to me. What I was not looking at, the cultural values, the local way of doing business, the negotiation paradigms, the way time and space means differently in different parts of the world. And this cultural iceberg is what I needed to navigate if wanted to go through. I did that. It took time. It took studies. But then I mastered the art of intercultural communication. Realized that speaking the language is the mere entry pass. Once we enter, we have to walk through it. And there we need to understand the history, the geography, the cultural values, the philosophical underpinnings, and more. Here I have for you 3 pictures, which in my mind epitomize how the cultural writing of a different nations take their root. On the left is a beautiful doha, a beautiful poetry from Bhaskara II talking about mathematical riddle of a fraction. As he is writing in a Lilavati few hundred years ago, he is talking about a mathematical problem in a poetry, and as he is doing that, he is also mesmerized by the beauty of a eye. He is also smelling the forest, and on a way keeps telling the medicinal property of a plant, while being focused on a mathematical puzzle. Indian communication is that. Indian communication is epic storytelling. It's about layers, it's about the context. In the middle, I have a picture of a US Constitution, a mere 4,543 words, and that's the US Constitution. It epitomizes the culture which values concise, which values brevity, which values being to the point and clear. And towards the end, on the right side, I have for you is a Chinese scroll. And Chinese writing is all about subtlety, taking a reader on a journey to read what is written and also read what is not written. It's about maintaining harmony. It's about finding and subtly suggesting a profound meanings without being assertive about it, allowing the reader to interpret the text. And that's, to my friend, is about writing. And as we are on the writing, let me also show you, and again, pictures, 3 marriage rituals in 3 different countries. In every writing, there is a structure how we structure our thoughts. There are details we talk about, and then there is a focus. When it comes to India, when it comes to our writing, our structure is focused on a journey. We are more focused on a journey, whereas when it comes to Americans, they are to the point, direct. And finally, when it comes to Chinese, it's like a choreography. It's like a choreographed dance, classical dance, where each moves, although subtle, has a meaning behind it. When it comes to our details, again, the details covered are different. And finally, when it comes to a focus, we are emphasizing the journey, Chinese are emphasizing the end result, Chinese are emphasizing the harmony, and the Americans are focused on the result. From where this is all coming? This is all coming from a philosophical underpinning of each of these cultures. In India, we take our inspiration from Anekantavada, a Jain philosophy, where truth is multifaceted. The truth has many meanings. The truth has layers in it. Whereas when it comes to Americans, they go by the Hegel's precepts, where the idea remains that through a discussion on opposing ideas, through a convergence of ideas, you receive the wisdom. And then comes Chinese, a Confucius learning of relationships, the rights and obligations, the hierarchy within the society, the harmony within the society, that takes the center stage. Unless otherwise we look at these philosophical meanings, we will not be able to understand what the communication is. And without communicating in a culturally sensitive way, there is no international business. So, my friends, all I can say is each presentation, each report, each negotiation we take, we have to look at it through the lens of culture to make sure we are being heard, we are able to get our point across, and we are able to understand the others. Each of us come from a different background, and we look at the world from the lenses we have acquired in our life. And those lenses all have different hues, and we have to make sure that we use the correct hue when we are referring to the different culture. Thank you very much.